what are your valuable things? And what does the verse mean by giving the first fruits?
Howdy heretics, and welcome to sunny Norway. And now I will tell you the story about how my JW congregation celebrated Christmas by mistake. Because Jehovah Witnesses claim that they re-established the pure worship of Jehovah by making sure that they don't do anything that hurts Jehovah's feeling. He's basically like a big toddler, and he don't like Christmas trees, presents, Mother's Day, and a lot of stuff like that. So. And when you're a Jehovah Witness, you get a long list of stuff you're not allowed to do from an American corporation called the Watchtower. So this way Jehovah will not be sad and start killing people. And this is really, really important for them. So my parents used to practice with me when I went to school when I was a small child, that the police would come in and put a gun to my head, and the police would kill me unless I made a drawing of Santa Claus. And my parents wanted me to say, no, I would rather be killed. So it's that important for them. So anyway, so in Scandinavia, what they do, they take this for Christmas. It's oat, and they would put it up for the birds. So I couldn't find this in the Watchtower literature that it was illegal, and I couldn't find anything in the Bible that was wrong. So I state my case to my mother that I wanted one of these and put up and be like the other children, because there was nothing wrong with that. And she checked the literature, because this is very important. And she couldn't find anything wrong, so she spoke to my father, the elder. He checked the literature, couldn't find anything wrong. He spoke with the other elders, and the elders couldn't find anything wrong. So in the end, I was allowed to do this. So I got one of these, put up for the birds, and I was very proud. And the witnesses had to apologize and explain this to all other witnesses visiting us, so they would not be stumbled and say, it's nothing wrong, we checked the literature, it's nothing wrong, it's not... And my mother was very proud of having a smart child. Now to the funny part of this story is that this is super pagan. The witnesses, the Vikings, used to take the first fruit, save it for the winter, and on the darkest day of the year they would put this up as an offering for the god, a special god called Frei. He's the god of fertility when it comes to farming and stuff like that. Because think about it, it's very scary. If you don't know how the universe works, and you believe in magic and all that, the winter is really scary, because what if it doesn't stop? So they wasn't celebrating Christmas because it was the sun turned. They celebrate Christmas to make the sun turn, to bribe God. Look what we're giving you. As long as you give us a new summer, we can give you more bribes next year. So an offering to a pagan god is basically an attempt to bribe the universe. So this pagan Scandinavian come up with this. And my girlfriend is Slavic, and she told me that they did the same, and they would put this up for their ancestors to live in. So if you're Catholic in Poland, you will put up this so your ancestors have a place to live in. Maybe some of them do, I don't know. But so it's kind of basic human instinct when you don't know how the universe works to try to bribe the god. Would you think the inventors of pure worship would come up with such an idea? What do you say, Stephen Lett?
Honor Jehovah with the first fruits. It meant the earliest fruits of a season. So way before an Israelite knew what kind of a harvest he would have, whether it would be a bumper crop or very meager returns, with full faith and confidence, he was to give the first fruits to Jehovah. What are the valuable things with which we can honor Jehovah? What first might come to mind are our material possessions.
So, according to Stephen Lett, the Israelites also came up with the idea to take the first fruit and try to bribe God. But no matter if it was the Scandinavians that were trying to bribe Frei, it was the birds eating it. If it's the Slavic people trying to bribe their ancestors, it's the birds eating it. And when it's come to Jehovah Witnesses bribing Jehovah, it's Stephen Lett eating it. It doesn't go to Jehovah in any way. But if Stephen Lett want the first fruit, I will pack it for you and I will send it to you and you can eat it. But please bear in mind that trying to bribe God with the first fruit is a 100% pagan thing. So it's fun. But one thing that is funny with all of this is that all the emphasis Jehovah Witnesses say that we don't do anything that's pagan, that's not true. What is true is that they don't do anything that the governing body know is pagan. The Jehovah Witnesses don't do stuff that the governing body or Americans in general are aware of is pagan. It's an extremely American religion. So you can basically, in a Jehovah Witness congregation in Scandinavia, put up an offering to the god Frei and get away with it. Because it's never been in the Watchtower literature. So that's funny. So I hope you are among my 144,000 subscribers. The tower will fall when the ingathering of the 144,000 subscribers is complete. So this is the way you normally put it up, on a stake, not a cross. And I'm gonna leave this one here. And this is a great day to be alive. So like and subscribe, and see you in paradise.